ज्ञानाञ्जना शलाख्या चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्ताय नामने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रस्ताय श्रीमदे शिला भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामने नमस्ते सरस्वती देव्यै गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दर्शनीतारिणे मूकं करोति वाचालं भंगं लिंगायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। शुश्रूषो श्रद्धदानस्य वासुदेवगदारिजि स्यान्महत्सेवया विप्रा पुण्यतीर्थनिसेवनात्। शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः तृतीयान्तस्तो हि अभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सताम्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। तथा रजस्तमो भाव कामलोभादयश्च ये चेदेतैरनाविद्धं स्थितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति। एवं प्रसन्नमनसो भगवद्भक्तियोगदः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गस्य जायते। विद्यते हृदये ग्रन्थिस्थित्यन्ते सर्वसंशया क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि द्रष्टयेवात्मनीश्वरे। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रे। So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 4, Text 15. So let me share the screen. Okay, what is that one? I don't know. Okay, share screen. Then we have this. here we are. So, text 15. So, yat kirtanam, yasmaranam, yadichanam, yat bandhanam, yat shravanam, yadarpanam, logasya sadhyo vidhunodi kalmasham, tasmai subhadra shravase namo namaha. Just one more time. Yat, sorry. Yat kirtanam, yasmaranam, yadichanam, yat vandanam, yat shravanam, yadarpanam, logasya sadhyo vidyunoti kalmasham, tasmai subhadra sravase namo namaha. So, we'll read the word by word meanings. Yat, whose, kirtanam, glorification. Yat, whose, smaranam, remembrances. Yat, whose, ichanam, audience. Yat, whose, vandanam, prayers. Yat, whose, sravanam, hearing about. Yat, whose, arhanam, that should be archanam actually. Arhanam is also worshipping. Okay, Arhanam. Logasya, of all people, Sadhya, forthwith, vidhunoti, specifically cleanses. Kalmasham, effects of sins. Tasmai, unto him. Subhadra, all auspicious. Sravase, one who is heard. Namaha, my due obeisances. Namaha, again and again. Okay, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the all auspicious Lord Sri Krishna, about whom glorification, remembrances, audience, prayers, hearing and worship can at once cleanse the effects of all sins of the performer. This is a purport. The sublime form of religious performances to free oneself from all reactions of sins is suggested herein by the greatest authority, Sri Shukadev Goswami. Kirtanam, or glorifying the Lord, can be performed in very many ways, such as remembering, visiting temples to see the deity, offering prayers in front of the Lord, and hearing recitations of glorifications of the Lord mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Kirtanam can be performed both by singing the glories of the Lord in accompaniment with melodious music and by recitation of scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. So the devotees need not be disappointed in the physical absence of the Lord, though they may think of not being associated with Him. The devotional process of chanting, hearing, remembering, etc., either all or some of them, or even one of them, can give us the desired result of associating with the Lord by discharging the transcendental loving service of the Lord in the above manner. Even the very sound of the holy name of Lord Krishna or Rama can at once surcharge the atmosphere spiritually. We must know definitely that the Lord is present wherever such pure transcendental service is performed, and thus the performer of offenseless kirtanam has positive association with the Lord. Similarly, remembrance and prayers also can give us the desired result if they are properly done under expert guidance. One should not concoct forms of devotional service. One may worship the form of the Lord in a temple, or one may impersonally offer the Lord devotional prayers in a mosque or a church. One is sure to get free from the reactions of sins, provided one is very careful about not committing sins willingly in expectation of getting free from the reactions by worshipping in the temple or by offering prayers in the church. This mentality of committing sins willfully on the strength of devotional service is called Namno Veladi Yasyahi Papa Buddhihi. And it is the greatest offense in the discharge of devotional service. Hearing, therefore, is essential in order to keep oneself strictly on guard against such pitfalls of sins. And in order to give special stress to the hearing process, the Goswami invokes all auspicious fortune in this matter. So here we have been hearing in this chapter how King Parishit is surrendering to the lotus feet of the pure devotee, Shukadev Goswami. And it glorifies King Parishit's qualities as a great devotee of the Lord. Hello? Okay. So, as a great devotee of the Lord already, he has, received the news of imminent death, and he is completely renounced of all his kingly duties. And sorry, that printer is making some noise. He has renounced all his responsibilities of the kingly duties, and his family, his treasury, animals, everything, his family, everything. And he is consolidating his consciousness, so to say. In Maharaj, I was listening to one lecture, Maharaj saying, he's consolidating his consciousness at the lotus feet of Krishna. And Shukadev Goswami, and he's asking the question how the Lord is engaging his multifold energies and the modes of nature in the process of creation. So Shukadev Goswami, before answering, he is offering prayers to the Supreme Lord in such wonderful verses. We heard Premanda Mataji highlight these prayers of Shukadev Goswami. They are very deep because it's coming from the pure devotee of the Lord, who is perfect in his devotion, perfect in his knowledge of the Vedic injunctions. So he's as good as Bhagavan himself. But he's not straight away trying to start speaking about creation. He is remembering Krishna in the core of his heart and invoking his blessing before starting to speak. So we also go through this process. We offer prayers to our Guru Parambara. We offer prayers to Srimad Bhagavatam before starting to speak. So this purport is full of the glories of pure devotional life of pure devotion, and how it can burn all sinful reactions for good. So here it's saying that any of the 9 processes of devotion, that is the all auspicious Lord Sri Krishna, about whom glorification, remembrances, audience, prayers, hearing and worship can at once cleanse the effects of all sins of the performer. So the devotee need not be disappointed in the physical absence of the Lord, though they may think of not being associated with him. So the devotional process of chanting, hearing, remembering, etc., either all or some of them, or even one of them, can give us the desired result of associating with the Lord by discharging the transcendental loving service of the Lord in the above manner. So our bhakti devotional process starts with the process of hearing from the right source, and then chanting the glories of the Lord. That is our performance of japa when we are alone, and then our glorification of the Lord in the association of devotees. It is very easy for us to understand when we come to the Sunday evening program, how enthusiastic and inspired everyone is, to glorify the Lord in Kirtan and to hear in the association of devotees. So it is very easy to to stress the importance of hearing in the association of devotees after a Sunday evening program. So it says, Lord says in 325, Kapila Devi is saying, in the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed and his attractions become fixed. Then real devotional service begins. So this is the famous verse. Satam prasangam mama virya samvido bhavandi hrit karna rasayana katha sraddha retir bhaktir anukramishyati tadyoshyanadasva apavardhavartmani. So 325:25. So we cannot stress enough the importance of hearing in the association of devotees. And Srila Prabhupada says somewhere else, anyone who is trying to be aloof from this Krishna consciousness society and yet engage in Krishna consciousness is living in a great hallucination, for this is not possible. So at least because of this in the age of this internet, even in the remote places, we have association of devotees, because we can easily hear from the internet. And sorry, I just went away from the video. Okay, so we can easily get association online, if not real, in the real this thing. So so coming back to our this one, our words purport. I lost my screen. There. So even the very sound of the holy name of Lord Krishna or Rama can at once surcharge the atmosphere spiritually. So we must know definitely that the Lord is present wherever such pure transcendental service is performed, and thus the performer of offenseless kirtanam has positive association with the Lord. So while describing the story of Ajamila, Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport, he's not in the offenseless category, but still calling his son, Narayana, come here and take the food. Narayana, now go to sleep. So addressing his child's name, he is slowly becoming purified. And at the end of the last moment, end of his life, the same Narayana rescues him from the mouth of, from the mouth of death, from Yamaraj's messengers. So so easy it is the the purification that is granted by the holy name. There is nothing more in this age of Kali. That is Kirtanad eva Krishnasya Mukta Sangats Param Vrijet. So, Kirtanam is the life of devotion. That is. And so, and the holy name, we have, it's the Vidya Vadhu Jeevanam, Anandambudi Varthanam, Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam, Sarvatma Snapanam. So, Sravanam and Kirtanam. And Sravanam from the Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. So we should always, listen to from the pure devotees, glorification of Krishna. Even going through the prayers offered by Sukadev Goswami draws our hearts, so close to the Krishna, because it is coming from a pure devotee, from the depths of the core of his consciousness. So for ordinary souls, conditioned souls like us, this is awarding so much purification. And hearing it recited again and again relieves us all tendency to sin. So the remembrance and prayers can also give us the desired result if they are properly done under expert guidance. So one should not concoct forms of devotional service. One may worship the form of the Lord in a temple, or one may impersonally offer the Lord devotional prayers in a mosque or a church. Srila Prabhupada has himself oversaw the construction of 109 temples. Now there is, in the global context, there are more than 700 temples or so in ISKCON temples. So, and we have the presence of each one of those on the web. So there is such a reach out to all the devotees aspiring for Krishna consciousness. So then impersonally offering the prayers in a mosque or a church. There also they are the Islam religion, they do not accept the personal form of the Lord. They believe in the impersonal only. So they are still they are addressing Allah and they are offering prayers there. And in Christianity, in the church, the devotees assemble and they say, "Oh Father in heaven, our Father in heaven." But they don't know that the Lord, our Father, is beyond the heavenly region. He is in the Vaikuntha planets. But still they are offering prayers through the sun. But they are not, they do not so much understand that the sun is Jesus, the sun is the son of Krishna. In fact, for me, it was one of the very powerful teachings Srila Prabhupada gave that attracted me, that Jesus is the son of Krishna. I used to wonder what is the connection between all these different religions when I was young. So that Islam is nothing but impersonalist worship, and Christianity is the worship through the Son of God. So one is sure to get free from the reactions of sins, provided one is very careful about not committing sins willingly in expectation of getting free from the reactions by worshipping in the temple or by offering prayers in the church. This is stressed many places in Srimad Bhagavatam. That is, we cannot, on the strength of chanting, we should not commit any offenses or sins, because that is the greatest offense to chanting the holy name sincerely. So that is a no thing. So, and what is sin after all? Sin is something which an act performed against the Vedic injunctions. Now, one may say that, he was in ignorance, so he committed a sin. But ignorance is no excuse. Everybody should get the proper exposure to the teachings of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and from very young. So this is very very much the mission of ISKCON temples all over the world. The young children are trained very nicely in practicing devotional service in a pure manner. And so that later in life, I did that, or this happened in this way. No, everybody should practice sense control, and take shelter of at the lotus feet of the Lord, so that he is protected from the tendency to sin. So just like a forest fire, not only it kills, it destroys the burns and the leaves and everything, but it also kills the snakes underneath. That is the deep-rooted tendencies in our psyche. They are removed by proper devotional service. So and since at any stage, that is, we know about something that is a prarabdha stage or prarabdha stage or bija, kuta, whatever stage, and just by chanting the name of the Lord, we are protected again from such deviations and our modern day society is totally unaware of the totally unaware of religious principle, and spiritual training is very much lacking. That is why we see the increasing ever increasing violence in society, the wars. Even people who are at the top of the political system, and that is governments, they are so ignorant of, where are they heading to? They do not know. So it is ever there is always greatest need for Krishna consciousness and propagating the message of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita all over the world. So this mentality of committing sins willfully on the strength of devotional service is called Namno Beladesyahi Papa Buddhihi. And it is the greatest offense in the discharge of devotional service. Hearing, therefore, is essential in order to keep oneself strictly on guard against such pitfalls of sins, and in order to give special stress to the hearing process. The Goswami invokes all auspicious fortune in this matter. So we know the Shukadev Goswami is the greatest speaker. One who perfects his life, by speaking. And Shukadev Goswami is the perfect listener. And he says later on that I am not even aware of thirst or hunger, because I am so nurtured. My spirit is so joyful in hearing, and I can never stop. Want to hear more and more. That is the message of Srimad Bhagavatam of the Lord is so pure that it enlivens our spirit completely and absorbs, keeps us absorbed. So, and the Lord always awards the devotees with the results of such pure devotional process. Because there was this, when I was listening to a lecture on this verse by Giriraj Swami, and he is narrating the story of a 95-year-old lady, that's Srila Prabhupada's disciple in Boston, Isha Mathaji. She lost all her memory, everything, but she could perform kirtan, Hare Krishna kirtan, and there was her topic came on Dandavats, and there was a recording of her performing the chanting for a video 10 minutes or more ahead. So she has forgotten everything about her bodily existence, but she's remembering Krishna. So such is Krishna's mercy. Even in the what we normally think, okay, that person has lost memory, that person has no more, anything, auspicious about him. But the devotee is remembering Krishna in that way, even in that time. So, and also Lord says, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajadam, no, not that one. Tesham evanugam bhartamaham ajnanajam tama anashiyami atma pavasto jnana deepena bhasura. That is, my devotee will never suffer in darkness, because I will enlighten him. That is jnana deepena bhasura, like a shining lamp of wisdom. So that is the guarantee Krishna gives. So the devotional process is absolutely the life of the human being in right consciousness, and the life and soul of the human being in proper consciousness. And so I think I will stop here. I think we have already exceeded 8 o'clock. Please, any comments or questions? Sorry if I didn't speak properly. I mean, if I didn't speak correctly.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glory to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhupada, please accept my humble obeisances.
Whatever you speak is, you are not speaking PhD language anyway. You are speaking Srimad Bhagavatam.
Hare Krishna.
You don't have to say that, Mataji. And I was thinking about, that 108 temples and 700 temples, etc. you mentioned.
Yeah.
As we speak, there is actually installation ceremony of the new temple in Bihar. It's called Patna, right?
Yeah.
So that's getting ready now.
Yeah.
So in few days, it will be the new temple is opening.
Yes.
So how Krishna's plan, and as we speak, as I was thinking, how Prabhupada has done this, he has given this movement, and how Krishna is appearing in every planet, universe.
Yes.
Millions of universes is appearing.
Yeah.
And like that, Prabhupada has given us, as we speak, as we discuss, there is in some part of the world, there is maybe there is a discussion opening, or there is a temple opening, or there might be another class going on, right? And then somebody is doing a kirtan.
Yes.
It's like all over the planet, it's happening simultaneously. Not as we speak, it's happening somewhere.
Yes, Prabhuji. I fully agree. I mean, and when we speak about somebody who's living in Delhi, there was, do you go to ISKCON temple? Then Mataji, there are some 5 temples in Delhi now. I thought of the one in Great Kailash. So similarly, this is the most enlivening thing after Srila Prabhupada left. How this body of ISKCON is growing and growing, and Srila Prabhupada said it is like the Varaha incarnation. When I was going through Leela the Varaha, the boar came out as the size of a thumb and suddenly grew and grew and grew. Similarly, ISKCON is growing. Even in his lifetime, he was so happy. And I have just received a video yesterday, which I like to share. One remote Irish village where there is I received a video. I will share after this class. That's so beautiful, actually. Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, actually, one of my friend in he's my Bharatma Pradakshaka Guru. So I was talking to him. He said in South Bangalore, there were 5 people. They thought he was sent to start the preaching and do something. So they were only a matter of 4 or 5 people. Now in a few years, there are 600 people, and already started. Construction is almost getting done. In November, they are opening the temple.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Great.
What I say is how how it is flourishing. You said, flourishing. I said, just something came to my mind. That's all.
Yes, thank you very much, Prabhu. That's a very enlivening, it gives us bliss to think of that one. So no more questions.
Somewhere in the world is 4:30 now, Mataji, right? So somewhere Mangalarti might be going on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 24-hour kirtan is going on around the world.
Yes.
This is
very
already
nice.
Yes. In the
we are
pace
ending,
of
but somebody else is starting somewhere Bhagavatam. So
yes.
very nice. Prabhupada's what he did.
Yes, he's always it's an amazing story in this Kali Yuga.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please
accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. Mataji, very sweet talk in the morning. I think this will keep me, pumped up for the entire week. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I feel so, it's so inspiring. Though mine is like in broken words, I said something. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. We'll end here now.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalparupya kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.